got me thinking. Like, I was in the lab, boys. Okay, did Billy just hit 20,000 points? So for any of you, I played Galaga growing up as a kid. My mom loved Galaga, so I played Galaga. I'm nasty at it. I'm not just saying that. Like, I'm nasty at it. Okay, and when you hit 20,000 points, you get an extra life. So you start with 3, and if you're good at it, you're able to maneuver it. You get 2 spaceships, but you know that, hey, if I can say this together, I'm gonna get extra life here in a minute. And they have other levels, but you're really focusing on 20,000 because it's that first life that you get one back. With this massive weekend here, because the noise prior to this and after Austin Simmons, oh my goodness, was it hot? Was it hashtag fire Billy? It was hashtag fire Strickland. It was hashtag burn Gainesville to the ground. I mean, it was nasty, okay? And look, I think 1 or 2 commits, like, okay, I'm bought in on Billy. But I think he overdid himself here, boys. I think he's you can't say anything now. I think at this point, like, if this class ends where it is currently, maybe a little bit, maybe a spot or 2 down, he bought himself an extra ship. And look, the talks of firing him is crazy anyways. We've talked about it before. This guy's paid way too much here, right? He's worth way too much money. They're not going to get rid of him anyways. You'd be nonsense to do that anyways. But the Gator haters that have been questioning Billy the whole time, you got to think that he just bought himself an extra spaceship with those guys in the sense of like, hey, let's settle down. We got our guy. Todd Golden's cooking on the basketball side. Now Billy's cooking in his second year in. Maybe we all overreacted a little bit. A lot of people were in the chat apologizing for calling me a Disney Gator, which shout out to the ones that did. That's what takes a true man to go, hey, I was wrong. Now, still a lot of time left, and if things backfire, I'm sure I'll hear about it, but I was bought in. There's a reason I bought in. But I think it's safe to say that old Billy bought himself some more spaceships. What do you guys think? Do you think he bought himself some more time?
Yeah. Yeah, if you were to ask me, if you're down to your last life in a video game, yeah, you just bought yourself some lives. So I would say that was like 40 to 60,000 points. I mean, you know, you look at the class right now. I mean, number 2, number 3 already in June. I mean, of course, you still got to hold on to the guys until the end of December. So nothing's over in recruiting season. But, you know, the chances of, you know, we looked at I can't remember who had the actual graph. I think it was Bud Davis there on Twitter, but it's like once a kid commits to a school, there's like a certain percentage of a chance that they'll decommit or they'll flip. And the percentages are around, like, I think it's like 20% or so, something like that. It was pretty low. So like if you can get a kid to commit, the chances of them decommitting or flipping are slim, but it happens every cycle. We see it happen every cycle, but you just hope that 20% is from some other team and not your team. And it could be more, but I think it was like around 20. So Steve, yeah, he gets an extra life.
Can you respond to this?
More.
Neil Wise says he watched a Vol podcast. Now you're FSU, so it's a little bit different, but the Vol podcast said he got lucky. You're as opposing fan base. What's your take on that, big guy?
Who got lucky? Billy?
I guess that's what. Yeah.
Look, no, that's ridiculous. One of the reasons that they brought Billy into Gainesville is because he was such a strong recruiter. If you go back and look at some of the classes that he put together in Louisiana, it's clear that he was able to bring good talent into a small school that didn't have nearly the recruiting prowess or abilities, just the facilities and everything else that Florida has to offer. So everybody knew that Billy was going to be a good recruiter, especially considering Mullen was such an average recruiter at best. If I'm not mistaken, I think Mullen is didn't he say that it's not recruiting season, it's football season? Why are we talking about recruiting? So, I mean, if that gives you any inclination on what his mindset was, which is odd considering he came from Urban, and Urban was very good at it. But no, I mean, nobody should be super surprised that Billy's a good recruiter. He had a great recruiting class last year with a limited amount of time, and he's now got a year under his wing. I don't think that this is luck by any stretch of the imagination. I think that this is something that if you're a fan of a school that's going to go up against Billy Napier in a recruiting standpoint, you got to get used to the fact that this guy's going to get talent. I mean, that was just part of what got him the job to begin with.
Yeah, and I remember you being in the Discord and you were calling him Bilgert for Billy Taggart. You were calling him Billy Taggart.
Yeah.
What is he now?
Yeah.
Now you got to call him something else.
He still has to win more than 6 games.
Fair enough.
But what if he holds on to the recruiting class?
I mean, Taggart could recruit pretty well. I mean, he just couldn't do anything with the talent he brought in.
I don't know if he recruited like that though.
Yeah,
no, not quite like that. Not quite like that. No. But then again, I mean, who has, right? I mean, Kirby's done it consistently. Saban's done it consistently. I don't think any first, second year head coach at a big school like that has come in and made that splash. So I mean, like to that degree, no, you're not going to see anything to blow to touch this weekend or really what I think Billy's going to be able to do on a consistent basis. That being said, again, you still got to win more than 7 games, or else in 3 years, regardless of 5 number 1 classes in 5 years.
Well, yeah, that's an issue. Yeah, we got to win football games
right.
at the end of the day.